Hello everyone, and welcome back to the MSSU Summer Show. I'm your host, Scott Humphreys, and today I have with me Ms. Pyle, the Department Head of Dental Hygiene. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I'd like to start off with what got you interested in dental hygiene?
Well, that's a good question. I actually attended Missouri Southern and got my bachelor's degree in biology. That was back in, 1995. So I then decided I wanted to do something I thought in dentistry, but I went ahead and took a position as a dental assistant in an office, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with being able to help patients with not only their oral health, but just their overall health. And I just love being able to interact and help people.
So you said you majored originally in biology.
Yes, I did.
So that's quite the jump from biology to dental hygiene.
There's quite a few science courses that are needed for dental hygiene. I knew I wanted to do something in medicine or dental related, and so I just thought the best way to know is to experience firsthand and get a job in it and see. And I've been a hygienist ever since. I graduated from Missouri Southern Dental Hygiene Program back in 1999, and then in 2017, I started working at Missouri Southern as an adjunct professor in the clinical setting. And then I decided I loved education. I wanted to further my education also in that, so I went to Missouri Southern and got my master's in education. And I just graduated with that and started as the director in May. So I'm new to this position. So.
Well, congratulations on
Thank
the
you.
position.
Thank you.
So walk us through the courses, anywhere from some of the major courses to how long students participate in clinics.
Yes. So at Missouri Southern, there are several classes that are prerequisites in order for a student to actually apply into our program. And so the science courses that they have to have prereqs are a chemistry, the first chemistry and lab. They have to have human anatomy and physiology 1 and 2. They have to have microbiology. And then they also have to have like a oral communications, a math class, a language arts, psychology, and a sociology class. Now, once they have gotten those courses out of the way, then they can actually apply to the dental hygiene program. And then there's 93 hours of dental hygiene actual courses that they take over the next 2 years. So a lot of our students that are coming in from high school, a lot of them, have already gotten some of those core classes like communications, those classes, language arts out of the way. And so usually it takes a year to get those other science prereqs, like the AMP and the chemistry and the microbiology. So then once they have done that, then they can apply. And then the program itself is a 2-year program. That is a fall, spring, and then summer, and then another fall and spring. Now the first year of those classes, they actually just learn and they work on each other. And then come the summer, then that's when they actually start seeing patients in our dental hygiene clinic and actually working on live patients other than just themselves or models. And then they do that in the fall and then the spring as well. And then they take their boards. They take a national written board and then they take a clinical board where they actually clean somebody's teeth for that. And there's a variety of classes that they have to have. I brought a cheat list just in case I couldn't remember them all, but they take oral histology, embryology, morphology, a radiology where they learn to take x-rays, a medical emergencies, pain management where they actually learn how to give anesthesia to their patients, dental materials, a seminar, and they do a community health class, nutrition, pharmacology, oral path, perio, and then also just our clinical. They have a clinical 1 that they have their first year, and then the summer, and then they have one also in the fall and the spring. So,
okay. So you said that after they get all these it was like gen ed classes.
Prereqs. Mm-hmm.
They have to apply.
Yes.
To so it's not something you major in, it's more of just like a program you apply to?
Well, they do get a degree, an Associates of Dental Hygiene degree, but they do have to apply and get accepted just as you would like med school or anything like that. I can tell you we take 2 cohorts, 1 a year. We take 30 students. For example, this year we had 70 students apply approximately, and we took 30. So it is a competitive program. The bottom of our GPAs was around a 3.4, 3.5. So it is a competitive program to get into. So you pretty much have to maintain, all A's with some B's. We very rarely have anybody that has C's in those prerequisites. And then if you go on our website, there is all the application information, and then you can also see the rubric of how we break it down. It's pretty black and white. It's, if you get this grade, you get this many points. And so it just goes by the number. We put it in a spreadsheet, and then we just print it off, and we accept the top 30. So now those students can reapply. And oftentimes, if I have a student question, why they didn't get in, we'll just look at their GPA, we'll look at their grades, kind of guide them on maybe they might need to retake a class or something to get in. So it's pretty competitive. We have to do that because it's pretty rigorous. The program is pretty demanding, and they have to be able to maintain that GPA. If you get below a C, then unfortunately, you can't go further in the program. So
you're pretty competitive, but it sounds like you guys are willing to work with anyone. And
yes.
Try to help people, which is very good.
Yeah.
But the competitiveness is very good, just because, like you said, it's there's a lot going on, especially if they are taking other classes outside of that.
Exactly.
They have to do all this stuff involved with that and maintain.
Yes. We actually, most of our students, if they're just getting the associate degree, that's why we prefer them to take all their prereqs first, because then once they're in the program, they're actually just taking the dental hygiene courses. So there's no other core required classes that they need. But there is another avenue that those students can take, and that is with getting a bachelor's in our health science degree. That is a great degree that it's only about an extra, I believe it's 20 hours on top of the dental hygiene. And so for those students that say they have that first year here where they're taking those prerequisite classes and they need 15 hours and they've gotten most of their gen eds in high school, those are extra classes that they can pick up in order to get that bachelor's of health science. And that goes with all of our allied health programs, radiology, respiratory, all of those programs as well have that program with the Bachelor's of Health Science degree. So it's a great degree in order for them to get their bachelor's, and then it also gives them like healthcare management experience, or it could give them educational experience, because look at myself, I'm a dental hygienist, but I love teaching. So it's a way to mix, go into another profession possibly, or expand on your dental hygiene. Several of our faculty that we have now that are adjunct faculty got that Bachelor's of Health Science in order to teach at Missouri Southern. So
very, very cool. So real quick, can students come in and get their teeth cleaned?
Of course. We welcome them. We want students to come, and it's actually free for students. So if you go onto our website, there's also information on the number to contact in order to get an appointment to do that. So,
that's especially for. I guess it benefits you guys a lot.
They need to have those patients, but it also helps the students. Some are away from home. A lot of students maybe not have dental insurance, and I don't know if you've been, but it's quite expensive. And so it's free, and they get a cleaning, x-rays, exam, fluoride, sealants. There's all sorts of things that benefits that they can get. And then also faculty and staff here get a reduction for $20. And then just for anyone in the public, it's $30. So $30 for a cleaning is a huge reduction in the price of what it would be. With that being said, it is an educational, so meaning where you can go to an office and get your teeth cleaned in an hour, you have to be willing to come here and maybe set for a couple of different appointments in order to get your teeth cleaned. So it takes a little bit longer, but that's a good, the price makes it worth it, I believe. And knowing that you're helping a student out.
Oh yeah. I mean, for me at least, it's not that big of a deal to sit for a couple of minutes, just because it is free. And as you mentioned, people who can't get the insurance or if they are away from home, maybe their insurance doesn't cover anywhere near around you.
Right.
So I know there's a new dental school going into Joplin.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking to collaborate with them? Or?
Yes. So we have very, very, very exciting, opportunity here to welcome KCU to our area. So we're actually working with them right now. So we have a supervising dentist at our dentist office. Her name is Dr. Latasha Vick, and she is over their community at KCU. And so KCU actually is not starting school until next year in the fall, but they're in the process of accepting applications for their dental school. Now, once they get started, it'll take them a couple of years, probably a year, to where they're actually seeing and doing dental work on patients. But that doesn't mean they won't be doing community involvement where they go out into the community and apply sealants or fluoride. And Missouri Southern has a grant where we go into a public school and we actually do dental screenings and do place fluoride varnish and do, like I said, screenings to see if there's decay on those children. And they're working with us in doing that. And we're doing kind of a teledentistry type thing where we go to the school, we teledentistry back into Dr. Vick, she prescribes it, and then we're able to place the sealants there at the school. So we're working with them in community outreach, and it'll be awesome once their facility opens and they're actually doing dental care for patients, because they can come to Missouri Southern and get their cleaning and their x-rays and exam. And let's say we have a patient that just has bomb teeth and needs, all sorts of work. They can go over to KCU and get that dental work done. So it's a total oral health care.
That's really nice, because it's a very symbiotic relationship between you two. you both benefit from it.
Yes, exactly.
So I want to thank you again for being here today.
Thank you.
If anyone is very interested in anything other about dental hygiene or what they're doing more about here at MSSU, you can go to their department page. I would like to thank all of you for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.